real STL. We at Jackson Brown. We at BLP. We need a mayor. Real Washington Town, tell them what you're talking about. Speak for the people. This is our media family. This is our truth. The whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Take it in front of the doorsteps of 5 Channel 5. They part of the problem.
Yes, we go.
Down.
You got it?
Be down here, sister.
We good right here. Yeah, you get it. You got it?
In front of the doorstep.
Mama Julie, you want this? Somebody was speaking.
Somebody's speaking
now? Yeah, we're getting ready to talk about it.
Take it to the front door.
What's going on?
Take it to the front door.
So right now we're in front of Channel 5,
Take it to the front
one
door.
of the 3 or 4 stations that inaccurately report to the community facts about Kim Gardner that are totally not true. At the end of the day, if you understand the way the police department works and what their responsibility is, the investigation start with policing, good investigation, good collection of evidence, good identifying witnesses, all the things that you see them do when it pertains to people that those are the things that they take over to Kim Gardner's office, and she moved forward with the quickness in indicting and even convicting cases such as this. But it is when they don't do that job, when they don't collect evidence, when they don't identify witnesses, when they don't do the things that are identified as good police work, that she has a problem prosecuting the case. A lot of times we like to blame her because they tell the families that she's to blame.
Right.
That's not true.
No, it's not.
The blame falls on the investigating officers. The investigative work that is insufficient as it moves forward for prosecution. That's how this thing goes. The media has misinformed the community
on purpose,
completely, intentionally.
On purpose.
They started a campaign to destroy the character of Kim Gardner, and they have moved forward in doing it. There's a lot of people involved. Some we see, some we don't. Some we know, some we don't. At the end of the day, they are collectively moving forward in destroying the character of our two-time elected circuit attorney.
That's right.
We came out in numbers and overwhelmingly voted for this circuit attorney. And now these colonial mentality people that house Jefferson City have moved to take that away from us. They can't see no future where they would actually win an election here. So what they're going to try to do is destroy the character of the circuit attorney so that they can move forward in doing that. And they are using the media. They are using the media. What they didn't tell you is that that police officer's son, the Daniel Rowley victim, the son of that sergeant, was selling an AK-47 that would have been used in probably somebody we know's murder. They were illegally selling weapons that they stole from their father. And the federal court ain't moving to lock them up. But if you were in possession of that same AK-47, or if you didn't report that weapon missing when it came up missing, you would be over in the federal court. You would be in the judicial system some kind of way. At the end of the day, black women are under attack. And that's a sign for those of us who know, because these are the mothers. These are the mothers of everybody that you see.
Everybody.
At the end of the day, we all came that way.
That's right.
And when they're under attack, we're all under attack.
You don't get it through trans, then you gotta have a woman.
If we can't get it,
shut it down.
If we can't get it,
shut it down.
If we don't get it,
shut it down.
There it is.
Okay, where we go?
When black women are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. Black women are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When black women are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When black women are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. 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 When black women are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When black women are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. 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 When black women are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. When black women are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that. What do we do? Stand up like that. 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 What do we do? Stand up like that. 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 Shut it down. Shut it down. We can't get it. If we can't get it, shut it down. If we can't get it, shut it down.
Brother right here, he always like. He don't get no cut on it either. Y'all gonna hear him speak in a minute.
Damn, they up in here on a Sunday? They working overtime today.
Mic check, mic check.
All right.
Mic check.
Shit, we 9 minutes in, but let me get y'all up to speed, man. We got a women's march going on today for Kim Gardner and the black women of the city of St. Louis.
Peace and black love, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. Sorry we had to cancel yesterday due to this street being shut down and any entrances to get here being shut down. But I'm very grateful for all of you who have come out. This is it is intentionally the Black Women's March 2023. Intentional because they are intentionally attacking our sister here, this black woman, Kim Gardner, who was elected to be the city circuit attorney.
That's right, elected, not selected.
Elected, as the sister said, elected, not selected. Attorney General was selected. The people elected Miss Gardner 2 times, intentionally. She is supposed to be exactly where she is, bringing order to this city. bringing justice to this city. Freeing people like Brother Lamar Johnson, who should have never been in prison in the first place. Making sure that others like Brother Lamar Johnson have an opportunity to be free. Somebody unplugged it. But here we are.
Everybody off the steps that's not speaking right now, you guys.
We will stand with you, Sister Kimberly Gardner. We ain't going nowhere. They can come for you, but touch one, touch all. We stand on that, we mean that. We here in support of Kimberly Gardner and all black women in this city and cities beyond who are under attack of this racist government. We didn't make it that way. You all decided that it was a white thing against black thing. We didn't want to be against you all, but we not gonna run. Y'all not gonna attack our sister and we don't come forward in her defense. We're gonna stand with her today, tomorrow, and throughout this process, so just get up off of her so that she can do her job. Stop lying. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. It's cold out here. We got a wonderful lineup of speakers who can bring this thing to order. And if the people are listening, the people are ready to help you to understand what it is and why it is that these people are attacking our sister. I'm Julia Davis. Thank you.
Miss Julia.
Yes, ma'am. Lisa LeGrand. If you give me that, I'll put it in order when you speak. I'm short. Come here. I need some help.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Marilyn Aleem. I am a public servant, community activist, and organizer. I am here today to introduce our speakers. We have a fantastic lineup today, some beautiful people. So I'm going to start with Miss Lisa LeGrand. Lisa is the coordinator of Project Haki, the violence prevention based in the 22nd Ward. She connects well with victims of violence and their families. She has extensive experience working with populations that have been alienated and criminalized by society. Lisa supports the organizing of the State Repression Committee around issues such as police accountability and restorative justice. Lisa just spoke at the White House around the violence that is occurring in St. Louis and how we as a community are dealing with it. Lisa is a true village mother and is deeply compassionate about making a difference in the community. She is an avid reader and channels her creativity in decorating. Please help me welcome Miss Lisa LeGrand.
Good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon.
As I stand here, humble as I can be in front of all you amazing women and men, I am embarrassed with what is going on in the city of St. Louis right now. It's not about the Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, who started this legal process to remove our two-time elected circuit attorney, Kimberly Gardner, or the other lawmakers who are pushing for a special prosecutor to be appointed. It's the black leadership who turned their backs and made comments that sparked this fire.
Right.
We have shown them the same cliche that has always been known. We don't know how to stick together as a race. They have used the Willie Lynch mentality on us, and the black leadership didn't even see it coming. Now, the calling for all the black leadership to step down is what's going on now. I stand here today in front of you, all of you, and declare we need to stand up and fight for Circuit Attorney Gardner.
That's right.
If you look at the stats for the last 2 years, the murder rate has went down. I know we can do better, but it takes time, and we need help from the community. I need you all to go home and talk to your family and friends, because they're trying to take the power back in this city. Yeah. They're trying to take us back 200 years. I have a saying, the Negroes can read and write now. We're able to understand and make sound decisions. They know the law. They knew Miss Gardner wasn't responsible for no ankle bracelets. They knew the decision was the judges, and used the unfortunate situation that happened to Janae Evanson, who was a visitor from out of town, to take Miss Gardner down. That's what's disgusting. Trying to use bully mentality. They knew Amendment 2 and the other laws were not designed for cities like St. Louis. Stop playing with the city of St. Louis taxpayers, who it seems their votes don't matter. Black leadership, come back to the table and stand together. Don't allow them to do this to us.
That's right. That's right.
It doesn't stop with our attorney. Who next?
The mayor.
I'm gonna close this out. In the words from Rihanna at the NAACP speech, you got friends who you kick it with, you eat with, you go out with, who know the struggle of the black and brown people. March the 28th from 6 to 9, we will be at the Westside Missionary Church, Baptist Church, at 5675 Page, to listen to Kimberly Gardner speak. 4675 Page, to listen to Kimberly Gardner speak. Tell your friends to come out, pull up.
4665 Page.
All right now.
Thank you, Ms. LeGrand. This past week, I had a chance to visit Jefferson City. I encourage everyone to meet your lawmakers, because a lot of them that we voted in, they really don't know what's going on. They vote for bills that they don't even understand what they're voting for. That's right. I had a conversation with a Republican representative from Missouri, from Blue Springs, Missouri. I asked him about the accountability bill where the St. Louis police are going to be state controlled. I asked him why was the I asked him why did he vote for the bill, and how is it going to help control police violence? He said that it was going to control crime. I said, well, how is it going to control crime? Show me some numbers. Show me something. He said he can visit. Check these lawmakers. Stop checking boxes for everybody. Make sure you're voting for. And I'm going to tell you right now, most of the Democrats that we voted for in Jeff City, they voted for that bill. So make sure you know who you are voting for next time you vote. I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Richard Jackson. Richard Jackson's pronoun would be Rev, only due to the work, not the ego. Mr. Jackson is the founder and CEO of Mansory Ministry, pastor of repairs of the Breach Church. He is a formerly incarcerated person, community activist and organizer. He's also a graduate of Neighborhood Leadership Academy, UMSL 2013. He is currently attending UMSL and majoring in criminology, and is expected to graduate in 2025. That is his cap and gown year. Mr. Jackson has 4 children, and all of them are college graduates. That in itself is dynamic. Please help me welcome Mr. Richard Johnson. Mr. Richard Jackson.
It's all good. It's all good. Good to be here, and certainly don't want to take up all of your time, because as you know, we have things to do, and what we're doing is what we're doing. I want to thank all of you all who took your time out to come out here, and I salute you. I salute you for being on the front, for being on the back. I salute you for being able to take those back staff and those front staff. I salute you, soldiers, for doing what you've been doing to support Kim Gardner and make a stand into the community that what you will not do is disrespect our circuit attorney. What we want to talk about in a brief moment, I don't want to take up all your time, is talk about loyalty. You can't talk about loyalty if you don't talk about disloyalty. And if you don't know what disloyalty is, you couldn't possibly be loyal. Disloyalty is saying that you're going to do something and you don't do it. Saying you're going to commit to something and you don't commit to it. Being a part of an organization or an institution and then you go and change your mind. When you are loyal, like our circuit attorney is, very loyal, when you are committed, like the circuit attorney Kim Gardner is, when you care about the people, like the circuit attorney Kim Gardner is, hold it, we put a pin right there. She don't just care about us. She care about them other folks too that stabbing her in the back because she represents the community. When you are loyal, when you're loyal, when you have a call from God to do what you have to do, it may require you to get hurt. It may require you be insulted. But what it will not require you to do is be pump squeezed to quit. That's mine. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Carla Coffee Wright. That's right, I said it.
Yeah.
Carla Coffee Wright is a 35-year union member from Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television, Radio Artists, and still going strong. She is the founder director of Adult High-Risk Preparatory School, State Certification Child Care Facility Director. Coffee has led organized protests in St. Louis City with residents against elected officials successfully blocking city government from allowing 24-hour recording by airplane-mounted surveillance cameras without residents' approval. She is a lead voice encouraging Board of Estimates and appointment decisions to approve police body cameras. She is a spokesperson for the expansion of mental health services and advocate for the people. Ms. Coffee is currently running for alderwoman in the new 11th Ward.
Yeah.
Please help me welcome Ms. Carla Coffee. That's right, I said it. Right.
Wow, what's up, fam? How you doing? Okay, this is the first time I ever wrote down what I'm gonna say, y'all, but I had to do it because Miss Julie, Sister Julie, said 5 minutes or less coffee. Somebody stepped on the plug. They poured me already, huh? Is this counting my 5 minutes?
No, stop.
We good? All right. Okay, so there are many elected officials who say they support our duly elected circuit attorney and my partner in struggle, Kim Gardner. But they are not here today because they fear the backlash of their campaign donors. You see, a lot of the people that's running right now got 20, 30, all the way $100,000 in their campaign. We got less than $3,000, family, because we don't take PAC money. We don't take bribery. We are not puppets.
Yes.
So they should fear the backlash. They should fear the backlash from the constituents, though. That's right. When it's time to go to that poll on Tuesday, April the 4th.
Wow.
There's 170,000 voters, registered voters in St. Louis, family, and less than 12% came out. 12%. That means we are not exercising our voice, family. Our voice, our right that so many of our ancestors has died for, beat up, locked up, went to jail, and fought for us to have the right to vote, and we're not getting out here to do it. So that's a problem. It is. That's a real problem, family. So I will continue to go ahead and I'll read. My hands are cold, but I wanted to just really talk about Kim, but we all know what's going on, and so many other people is appointed to say so much. But despite of the politics that cut our wards in half from 28 to 14, now we have new challenges, political landscapes to navigate the city of St. Louis. We must remember that there is power in numbers, family. The same power that put Kim Gardner in the Circuit Attorney's office, not only once, but twice, by a wide margin. Because we came out and we voted. We exercised our power and gave ourselves the real chance for justice, for fairness and equity, family. We got to continue to do that. Because as we said, Kim Gardner was not selected. She was elected, family.
That's right.
And elected. We put her in there. And we should be the ones to put her out, but we're not going to do that. And we're not going to let anybody else put her out.
That's right.
We ain't having it. Because if you touch one, you touch all. I'm not an elected official, family. I'm just somebody willing to do the job. I'm Carla Copyright, and I'm running to represent the New 11 Ward. So if any of you live here in the New 11, I'm asking for your vote. Yes, donations, volunteer support. And if you don't live there, I'm asking that you ask for the other people to support me. It's time that we set the old shenanigans, the old status quo, the puppets, the lackeys. We need new leadership, family.
Yes.
We need a new vision. We need new approach.
Yes.
So the polls on March the 7th, we have another chance come April the 4th. The demographics of the city have changed. We are now the majority family, the majority population. The powers to be locally on the state level are pulling out. All of them are stopping to ensure that their influence for over the future of our city, placing the puppets in the board. They put 8 puppets in the race, family. There's only 14 positions. They put 8 of them in there, and 6 of them went on to the next round, you see? So these are people who are with, again, the status quo. They even want to appoint a racist, and I'm hearing they talk about Bob McCollum. We know the history behind him. He jacked us around in Ferguson, didn't he, Amir? They trying to put him as a special prosecutor. That's what the word is. What? Yeah. So if you ain't mad, you better get mad. If your friends ain't mad, you better get mad. So that's the reason why everybody needs to show up and show out. I'm not even gonna read the rest of this because I already know from my mind what I want to say.
That's crazy.
We need programs. We need to keep these public schools open, family. We can't lock ourselves up out of this. We can't lock everybody up, send everybody to prison for every little thing. Kim Gardner got diversion programs that are working.
Yeah.
When she took office, it was already behind some like 32,000 cases. They can't put that on her back.
That's right.
Okay?
Right.
So we know we can't believe what the media says, family. We got to get rid of all this pesticides that they're spraying. They're killing us. In almost every household, somebody got asthma. And 15 or 20 years later, somebody got cancer. And it's our little people a lot of times because they're spraying it in the parks and they're spraying it in the communities. And our little people are closest to the ground. So we got a fight in our hands, family. And if we don't stand up, and if we don't make sure everybody that we know get out and vote, and come to any rally that anybody is fighting for a cause that you know ain't right. We got something going on the 28th. They're going to give an announcement again. Write it down, family. Be there. We got to be there. And don't come alone. Bring 10 people with you. Bring 10 with you. We got to pack the house. Because we got to show the powers to be. Whose streets is this?
Our streets.
Whose streets is this?
Our streets.
Touch one.
Touch all.
Touch one.
Touch all.
That's what I'm saying, family. Kim Gardner, we love you. We gonna keep fighting for you, sister, down to the nitty gritty. You ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Cause we ain't never ever had a black circuit attorney in Missouri. And we damn sure ain't never had a black woman. And if Kim leave this office, who the hell gonna take her place? Who gonna take her place? I can't. We done had black attorneys try to run for that and they just didn't get it. Now we got somebody in there who's an attorney, who does her job well and know her job. We cannot afford, this ain't about Kim. This is about everybody. This is about your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, and the generations to come. That's right. Because Kim can go on a beach somewhere and have a martini. She gonna be just fine. But we ain't. We need her in this office, family. Yeah, we do. We need her in this office. Yes. I'm copyright, and that's right, I said it.
Okay. Thank you, Coffee. Just like she said, it's not just about Kim, it's about all of us. All of us. Again, when I was in Jeff City, the conversation, we were talking about corrections and how we're gonna make it better, because Missouri is number 7 in the country on institutionalized. They just locking all black people up. Everybody. It's all about money. So make sure when you vote, vote for people you know who you're voting for. Know what they support and know what they don't support. My conversation in Jeff City on Tuesday shouldn't have been about Ms. Gardner. It should have been about correcting these issues in the
in Missouri regarding corrections. We shouldn't be locking everybody up all the time for simple things that could be corrected easily.
Say something to you? Leave me alone, brother. Like, leave the stuff.
I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Amir Brandy. Amir is a driven community activist with the heart and soul of a lion. He is an impassioned advocate for those whose voices are rarely heard. His personal life experiences have allowed him to have a unique perspective and an unwavering stance in fighting for change against injustices throughout his communities.
Yes.
Amir is a loving father and devoted man and devoted father, chairperson, co-owner of one of the best news sources in St. Louis, the new Real STL News, and the Peacemakers LLC. He is an active member of the Community Justice Coalition, CJC, and CVI Interrupter with Project Haki under OBS. Mr. Brandy's experiences spans over a host of fields including management, photography, professional motorcycle racing, and many more. He is a member of multiple organizations that promote brotherhood and all the values that are true to his core. Amir says that these honor positions contribute tremendously to who he is and his work. Please help me welcome Mr. New Real STL News and community activist, Brother Amir Brandy.
All right.
Thank y'all. It's cold out here. But we got a lot to do. We got a lot to talk about. But let me tell you about this grand hustle.
Come on.
The hustle that starts with the deterioration of our educational institutions that lead to our family members ending up in rural area Missouri where they collect federal money and create jobs for people that don't otherwise would not have jobs because the factories have moved away. So if our community wasn't traveling, creating tourist money to these rural area environments where they have these new prisons that they're trying to keep populated,
Right.
what would they work?
They wouldn't.
What would they do? How would they get the population needed to represent in Jefferson City? This is a grand hustle. It's all by design.
Yeah.
And then they make money off of it. The phone calls that your loved ones make to your house, the food that they buy in commissary, key fees, enterprise. Making money off our kids, making money off our hurt and our suffering.
That's right.
Where did the guns come from? Well, we just heard a story about Daniel Rowley.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Daniel Rowley was accused of robbing somebody for a gun. Robbing two former St. Louis police sergeant sons for that gun. But they left that out of the story.
Yeah.
They left that out, the AK-47 that he was selling that he got robbed for. We don't know the truth of the story of whether or not he got robbed, but he was down there making a drug transaction is what the streets is saying. Yeah, but they ain't told you that story. Yeah, they like to water it down, and the sergeant like to go around the country bad-mouthing everybody but his kids. The little drug addict kids he got.
Don't put no cut on
what
it.
happened? What happened to his father, his responsibility as a father to bring his kids up right? He failed in that terribly.
Didn't he?
That's right.
When it's all said and done, y'all, we gotta stop falling for the trick.
That's right.
Right now, we're listening to people that look like us condemn other people that look like us. I ain't gonna stand here and do what they did. At the end of the day, they know who they are. They know what they should do. And we hope that they would do that. We know it's hard to come back and eat up all the bad things that you said, but at the end of the day, we're understanding. We know the pressure that you were under. We just ask that you do it. That's right. When it's all said and done, we got to change something. But we have a lot of elected officials right here in this crowd, and they, if they're here, that means they stand up for us. Right. So I'm gonna share my time with some of the elected officials that I can identify. I think we got Sister Fran. We know we got Fran here, and we're gonna ask her to come on up. Where you at, Fran? We got Marlene Terry, who stands up for us in Jefferson City. We got Miss Henderson, who stands up for us. How many other elected officials out here? We need y'all to come on up here and tell us what's going on up there. I'm gonna share my time.
Your time is winding down, sir.
Is it winding down?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
can I get an extension? we need to hear from them.
That's right. That's right.
Come on, y'all.
That's a good idea.
I am Marlene Terry of the 66th district, but the GOP definitely has an agenda, and you need to just pay attention. It's very clear what their agenda is, and it's destruction. If you notice, the gun laws, we all know that we should have a right to carry. We all know that we should be able to protect ourselves. But should a 12-year-old be able to carry a gun? No. We all know that if it was our 12-year-old and accidentally dropped the gun, what's going to happen, right? They would fear for their life. That's a setup. The marijuana bill, legalized marijuana. They wanted that very badly. Right. But you have to read in between the lines. I'm sorry, I voted no for the marijuana bill because of some of the trash that was involved in it. It's a setup. Okay.
Help them.
The crime bills, all these things are bills that should not even be hitting the floor. None of my bills have hit the floor. I've been in office for 3 years. Good common sense bills, bills that are about education. If you want to help us in our community with crime, then how about giving our community some funds? How about properly funding our school district? How about giving jobs in our community? How about supporting mental health issues that we have? How about that? So those are the things that we need to be calling up to Jefferson City and inquiring about, especially with the GOP. Let's have some bills that are going to affect our community in a positive way, not in a way that's going to be self-destruction. I am 100% unapologetically black, and I support my sister Kim Gardner. She's doing a great job. When all of this came to mind, the first thing I thought about, one, we have never seen the face of the judge as of yet. Two, I wish Kim would tell us who those bad police officers are. They know who they are. There is an agenda. Okay, she was powerful enough to remove. Matter of fact, Parsons should be thanking her because he would not be governor if it was not for Kim Gardner. So, pay attention, people. I thank you, and I'm going to give my other people some time.
All right, I am State Representative Yolanda Fountain Henderson. I am a freshman on the board, but it doesn't matter. I've been supporting Kim from day one. I come out here on these steps as well. And I sit there and I examine back and forth. It's like a ping pong match on that floor. So everything you heard, what's going on in Jefferson is true. If we would fund these schools, we wouldn't be facing it. I turned around and I stood up and I talked about the open enrollment with the school district. It's going to hurt our schools. It's really going to hurt our schools. And it was, as you all can see, what happened to Wellston. Wellston had to come over to Normandy. Normandy still has not surfaced yet. So that was one. And then I was turning around and I was thinking back and forth. And the vote was pretty close. So we did have some Republicans to come on to our side. But when it comes to the takeover, how you gonna run the city from up in Jefferson City? I mean, I don't see that. And most of them do not live here. And then when this whole thing took place, we had one speaker was up there talking and they shut him down. And it was wrong. And then after that, everybody that lived in, there was, you know, the elected officials that lived here was trying to speak. They couldn't speak. So, like I said, I support Kim. I'm out here. I mean, I'm not that cold, but I'm out here to support Kim Gardner, and I will always support you, sister.
All right.
The next person I'd like to introduce is Dr. Carol Jackson. Amen. Dr. Carol A. Jackson began her education in criminal justice at the University of Central Missouri. She then went on to receive her master's degree in counseling and with an emphasis in theology and psychology in St. Louis. In 1990, she received her PhD in counseling with an emphasis in theology and psychology. Dr. Jackson is a retired police commander for University City Police Department. She honorably served with them for 38 years. She is also a retired lieutenant.
All right, y'all, this cold is killing this battery, so we're going to have to kill this live.
Branch she is She is formerly a member of Who's Who amongst American women and a published author. Dr. Jackson is currently a member of Sigma Gamma Rho sorority, Zeta Sigma chapter, member of the